Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will be talking about the future of the Republican Party and how, honestly, they may never win the presidency ever again in the history of the United States. Now, this is my current election prediction, right? Now, I would not be making this video if I thought Donald Trump would win. Kamala Harris wins 303 electoral votes. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance win 235. This is my current prediction. Now, this video comes after On Point Politics made whatever this is. They say they made this video. Democrats basically this video that I'm making now, except the opposite version, saying that Democrats may never win the presidency. Now, this is a joke of a channel, so it's obviously not surprising coming from this guy. But still, if you're going to make a video about a party not ever winning the presidency, then I don't know how you could possibly argue that it's the Democrats who are never going to win the presidency again. This got a lot of attention because look at the people he put in his thumbnail. Donald Trump, okay. J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy may be the two most unelectable Republicans in the country. They're saying J.D. Vance will be elected next, and then Ramaswamy. Yeah, so this is what I mean when I say this is a joke of a channel, so don't bother anything. So basically my point is this is just a spoof off of that, but it's honestly could be true. Now, is it likely? No. Republicans survived the FDR years, the FDR midterms, where they got absolutely crushed in every single election. So is it likely? No, but if Democrats, I could honestly see, I mean, I can't tell what will come in the future, like, events and stuff like that. Country could invade us, whatever. Extremely important historical events could occur that could change everything. But I feel that Democrats are on track to win like every presidential election. I don't see that how after the Trump years, Republicans could continue on. Because when you look, this is, by the way, this is a draft article, Wikipedia article for the 2028 election. So when you look at this Republican bench that could, continue on Trump, I absolutely think, looking at Trump's performance in the Republican primary, 100% it is going to be a more MAGA type candidate who continues that Republican Party. In all seriousness, J.D. Vance could be it. Yes, he is, the most unlikable politician in America. Even probably many Republicans hate him. But I could still, with a Trump endorsement, I could very well see J.D. Vance continue that Trump legacy in 2028 and win the Republican nomination. Now, looking at his favorability ratings, he's underwater by 10 percentage points. That is insanely rare for a vice presidential candidate. For whatever reason, vice presidential candidates are always more favored than they are unfavored. For example, Dan Quayle, despite how much hate he got, he was more favored than unfavored. Same with Sarah Palin, and she got a lot of hate. But somehow J.D. Vance is underwater 10 points. Now, this is in stark contrast to prove, how Democrats in the future could just continue to win and win and win the White House. Right now, we see that Tim Walz, for example, is up by 5%. Just, 15% more favorable than is J.D. Vance. So, stark contrast, really, between completely normal Democrats like Tim Walz versus normal Republicans like J.D. Vance. Democrats so much more popular. Now, J.D. Vance, again, as we see, of course, he is not the only contender. They give us a long list of possibilities. But when you look at these choices, again, I absolutely think it will be someone who will continue that MAGA legacy. I don't think that Republican voters, that Republican primary voters, are ready to move on from Donald Trump. I think that, looking at his performance, they are going to continue with this sort of Trump legacy. People like Mike Pence, absolutely out of there. People like Glenn Youngkin, probably not making it. He could make a splash, but he's going to be a Jeb Bush 2016 figure. He's not making it to the end. Someone like Ron DeSantis ruined his chances from 2022. Someone like Liz Cheney or Chris Christie, two very anti-Trump people, absolutely not. Then someone like Nikki Haley, yes, she made a splash, you could say, in the 2024 primary, but will it possibly be enough, especially with all these other candidates splitting the vote, would it possibly be enough to continue through the end and win the nomination? I don't think so. I don't think there are enough numbers, because remember, in the end of the primary in 2024, it was her and Trump. The vote wasn't split anymore between multiple anti-Trump, non-Trump candidates. It was just her. And, well, she winning, what, 20%, 15% in these states? She didn't even come close at all. So, so I think that Republican voters are going to once again turn to a Trump candidate. I don't know if he'll endorse anyone, but, you've got Donald Trump Jr. right there, you've got J.D. Vance right there, you've got Vivek Ramaswamy, and he wants that nomination bad. It could be any of those people, and these are some of the most extreme people in America. Republican politicians in America, I should say. Matt Gaetz, Byron Donalds, Marjorie Taylor Greene would honestly get some support in a primary. Tom Cotton, maybe. Tucker Carlson could honestly run for president. I don't know how well he would do. But these are extremely weak, extreme political candidates who would just fail. None of these people would win. Out of these lists, considering the trending left, or the leftward trend in America, the only people in this list who would beat, say, Tim Walz in let's say 2032, maybe Harris wins 2 terms, or whoever, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but in 2032, out of these people, only person who would beat, someone like Tim Walz, of course it depends on the state of the country, but I don't think a single one of these people can. I really don't. I guess you're looking at Nikki Haley, possibly, but even her, I doubt she will win. And someone like Tim Walz, isn't even that special of a candidate. He is pretty special, right? He was a great pick. But someone like Andy Beshear, or Roy Cooper, or Wes Moore, or Josh Shapiro, they would easily be able to match Tim Walz, right, in a general election. Even, just normal people like Dean Phillips or Amy Klobuchar or even Pete Buttigieg or Ruben Gallego if he's a senator. These people would be able, just being that normal sort of candidate, and Republicans moving farther and farther towards the right, becoming more and more extreme. If Vivek Ramaswamy's the nominee, it would be a landslide. It wouldn't be even close. If you think this is close, or if you think that this is a big win, this would be the map with Ramaswamy. I'm not going to do margins here, but North Carolina would easily go to Tim Walz or whoever it is. Florida easily would. Maine 2nd District absolutely would. Iowa probably flips back. Ohio probably flips back. If it is Tim Walz, he is an exceptional candidate. I don't know if all Democrats would do this well. And then you could look at Texas going blue. I'm not joking. It probably would. This looks about right. If Vivek is the nominee, we could see Kansas go blue. I bet that and Alaska would go blue. So this is my Tim Walz versus Tim Walz versus Vivek Ramaswamy matchup. This is it. You gotta trust me on this. Vivek Ramaswamy would be the worst general election candidate probably since Walter Mondale. Right, probably since Walter Mondale in 1984. 422 electoral votes to 116. So it would be an absolute landslide. I'm actually going to make a video on this 2032 election. Maybe I'll even make it on election night. And it would absolutely be a blowout. Especially when you consider these trends. You have insane trends towards the Democrats. Just looking at 2012 to 2020, you've got a lot of states. Because of that Trump factor. This is an important map to look at. Because of that Trump factor, you've got, these white working class states shifting heavily towards the right. You've got, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, Indiana, Iowa. That was the Trump effect. But after 2024, Trump is no more. It's not Trump anymore. It's these other candidates who are so much weaker. And you've got these other states, heavy population centers, trending heavily towards the Democrats. The Democrats gained 10 whole points in Texas from 2012 to 2020. Georgia, they gained 8. Virginia, they gained 6. Kansas, they gained 7. Colorado, they gained 8. Arizona, they gained 9. So you know, it's all the thing is for the Republicans that's bad for them is that, you know, Trump is an insanely good electable candidate for who he is, right? You wouldn't expect Trump to be as strong of a candidate as he is. I think that everyone can admit that when you just look at, you know, his record, what he says, and all that. But these other people don't have that same Trump effect. I mean, it's right there. You know, J.D. Vance, incredibly unpopular. I believe they have Vivek Ramaswamy. Nope. Oh, do they? Yes, they do. Vivek, I bet there's like no polls, but yeah, plus 11 unfavorable for Vivek Ramaswamy. This man is, you know, these people. I mean, just delusion here. Yeah, totally. Yep, that's so accurate. Vivek is going to win a general election, sure. So yeah, I'm definitely going to make a video on that Tim Walz versus Vivek Ramaswamy election 2032. So stay tuned for that. So thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe down below. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before election day. So if you could help me out with that, that would be great. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.